I feel like the subtitle implies the One Piece is a treasure, and I feel like the English version implies that the treasure is One Piece.
Right. One piece of something rather than one piece of one unit of a conglomerate.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stone Face Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Arcloid, and we're here for episode 3 of One Piece. Arcloid, what do you remember from the last episode of One Piece?
Well, you set me down in front of an entirely different show between them, so I'm trying to get my memory back together here. But I remember shit, that the prissy guy who with his tough father begins with a W. Walt, I can't remember his name now.
The kid or the father?
The kid.
Does not start with a W.
It did not start with a W. Damn.
Does not start with a W. It does not even have a W in it.
I keep thinking Wolmer or something, but I know I'm wrong.
You are incorrect. You are correct that you are wrong. Starts with an
Anyway,
H.
it's a weird name too, though. So you got to give me that kind of credit. I'm bad with names anyway, but
Okay,
this
I'll
was a
give
weird
you the
one.
first 4 letters. Do you think that would do it for you?
Yes,
Helm.
Homoro.
No.
Damn.
Does end with an O, though. Alright, this is losing its fun quality. Helmeppo.
Helmeppo. I was almost close. I could have been closer, but Helmeppo. Yeah, real dick. But his father only just recently put the kibosh on that by fucking him up royally. But he's still getting his way because they're going to execute Zoro. Yeah, but Luffy stopped them, absorbed a lot of bullets, bouncing back on his hit. Father, whose name you're not going to tell me, and I can't remember.
Well, it starts with the inverse of a W.
M.
You may have drunk him before.
It's not milk. I know that.
Nope. It's famous for being pirate related.
Mead? No, that's Viking related.
Puts his leg up on things in commercials.
Captain Morgan.
There you go.
Yes, Captain Morgan. I remember him being a real douchebag of a tough guy. Like he could have a better attitude about his strength. He uses it to lord over people rather than help them, and he thinks that makes him like might makes right. I don't like that to him, but hopefully we get to see Luffy put this man in his place.
All right. Well, I think that's a good enough recap of last episode. Any expectations for what's to come? Well, actually, you just gave it to us. You said you hope Luffy puts him in his place.
I was about to say, good fight.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's good enough then. You ready to get into the episode?
I am.
All
Sorry,
right.
I'm bad at giving recaps. I'm gonna start taking notes or something for this.
Hey, it's fine. It's fine. We just had a little bit of fun with you remembering names. That's all. All right. Well, without further ado, I say we just go ahead and get into the episode. But before we get started, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as more early access stuff, you can check it out over on the Patreon. It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure. It's all to support the channel, just a little bit extra. Forgot I still have the volume turned way up from that previous reaction that we did. They do a pretty good job of covering this in the live action.
Is that on Netflix?
I think so, yeah. I have seen the first like 3 episodes of that.
Well, now that we're doing this, I might give it a look.
And spoil yourself for the show. Got it. That'd be a good choice. By the way, for anyone
What?
that's wondering while we're here in the opening, yes, I'm aware that Arkloid is facing forward to watch the show, whereas I, as always, turn this way. And that when we're talking to one another between shows, I'm looking this way, and Arkloid is looking, I guess, that way. Just something we're dealing with right now. We might figure it out at some point, or it might be a thing for 1,000 more episodes. Only time will tell.
I always think he's like a lawyer, but isn't he the cook? The guy in the black suit?
So you really want me to tell you about a guy you haven't seen yet in the show?
Well, I remember
Actively
seeing him,
want
but
me
I
to
guess I'm.
spoil you?
Well, I've seen him before, so
Well,
I must be more than 10 episodes in when I quit.
I, for one, can't wait till we meet the ship's lawyer.
Every ship needs a lawyer,
Clearly, what's a pirate without legal representation?
a thief, no class.
Well, remember, Pirate Bay did go to court.
And then there's slur bullets.
Well, yeah, that's what I said last time. He fell through the air faster than a bullet.
Almost got him.
Yep, that's what you said in the recap. Just before you remembered what his name was. Remember, that's Luffy with an L.
Yes. It's not a little girl with a giant shuriken.
何海賊王になるだとてめえ意味分かって言ってんのか海賊王は海賊王だ他に意味があるか僕も驚きましたけどルフィさんは本気ですそういう人なんです海賊王になってこの世の
It is
究極
certainly a
の
world
大
where
王あのワンピースを手に入れ
many
るつも
different
りな
hair
んです
colors exist.
Yes, their god has a much brighter palette than our god.
3本とも俺のさ俺は三刀流なんてねふん受け取るだろここで俺と一緒に戦えばお前は政府に立てつく悪党だこのまま海軍に殺されるのとどっちがいい
So he did mention it.
Which thing?
That he could just die here or join him.
Oh, right, the thing that you said he probably wouldn't say.
Yep.
分かったらさっさとこの縄をほどけあいつ何なんだ銃弾を弾き返したのただの人間じゃねえぞあの麦わら噂に高い悪魔の実シリーズの何かを食いやがったな悪魔の実あの
How'd you know that by the hat?
You notice it by the fact that he bounced the bullets back.
He said something about the straw hat.
Because he's wearing a straw hat. He's calling him Straw Hat.
I thought he said something that had something to do with that. My bad.
No, he said, damn that straw hat. Not like the straw hat's giving him powers. He's saying everything that gives you powers.
And he's talking about the Grand Line, and I just almost missed it.
They're literally so loose that you can pull them apart to the point where he can move his arm.
I mean, the kid can fling himself at supersonic speeds, and he can't break a rope.
You have to wonder what some of them are aiming for.
And some of them like off to the side.
Well, I mean, it's like some of them clearly had to have been aiming down at his legs at a wide angle.
Luffy's all about their world's greatest swordsman.
That's what I'm talking about. There's not a lot that I'm expecting you to remember about these characters other than like their motivations and maybe little bits of their backstory.
Yes, I am a simple man, and it is true I am quite herbally infused. So I wouldn't expect myself to be all that sharp.
See, so early episodes, we get introduced to the concept he has powers. Episode 3 tells us what those powers come from, and he confirms it.
And Luffy's just gonna run right at the guns, right through the guns, and punch that
No,
guy
it's
right in
because
the head.
this guy was threatening his own men.
Oh,
That's
and
why
he's about
Kobe
to.
also says crush this navy, because it's not the navy that Kobe wants to join.
And this guy, like, he would have made a great 40K general in the Imperial Navy, not the Imperial Navy, the Imperial Guard. But Luffy doesn't like that kind of asshole. And Mippo. Luffy's gonna flick him like a booger.
It's the problem with the hostage situation, right? Is you only got the one. You can't like pull the trigger and then feel like you're gonna be safe.
That's only gonna make it worse. That elbow just gets me.
Yeah, I wanted to bring it up, but I didn't want to interrupt the hostage taking scene. That having a handle for an elbow is really disturbing.
Maui.
Yeah, it's another thing I thought when I first looked at it. I was like, I don't know what Maui means. Also, I don't think that's how you pronounce it, because it's got like an umlau over the W,
Yeah.
which means a different pronunciation.
It's a good thing they did that to him. Morgan was a dick. And he passed out.
I mean, we've seen Morgan threatening to chop his own men up with his axe hand all the time.
Right. Just going through people's things,
Now,
carrying the
this
world.
might be true and it might not be, but as I understand that Nami is actually modeled after the either the animator or the creator's girlfriend.
It was just open.
グランドラインの海図やっぱり持ってたのね海図じゃないこのマークは
Another one of my favorite characters.
バギー船長
A clown pirate.
不死身のバギーと呼ばれている男
He's my favorite for a bit, but just a bit. You see what those signs say, right?
Those signs wanted.
No, those signs.
Red line.
And the other one?
And grid line.
So close. You literally already know what it says, even though you
Grand
don't
line.
recognize it.
Did it say grand line?
There you go. The only other line that we know about.
Well, I wouldn't expect there to be a sign to it.
In fairness, I have no idea where that fucking would be, right?
Right.
It's just a scene between the commercials.
すいません僕までごちそうに
Actually, I do have an idea where it might be. I just don't think it's ever actually there.
やっぱりお兄ちゃんすごかったのねすごいんだもっとすごくなるぞ海賊王に俺はなるんだからな
These people are so poor, they can't afford forks. They only have
今俺のところに
freaks.
何集まってるんだ確か仲間集めの最中だって言ってたろお前海賊王を名乗ろうとするからにゃ相当の
It's us two.
I was just thinking, if it's just three, it's not really a fork. It's a trident, isn't it?
Yep.
A tiny, tiny trident.
That does make more sense, although mine's funny.
As you already know by the opening of the show.
It's basically a grand quest to find a crew.
Is your map. As you just saw on that sign.
Yep.
I think that's also the confusion between this and the English version. I feel like the subtitle implies the One Piece is a treasure. And I feel like the English version implies that the treasure is One Piece.
Right. One piece of something. Rather than one piece of one unit of a
別にお前は
conglomerate.
行かねえんだろ
Well, I mean, I feel like the difference is the difference between if Gold Roger had said I left my treasure in one place, could also fit
Right.
the Japanese version, versus him saying one piece. You know, I don't even know.
I was guilty of making that mistake that it was just one piece of something when I first heard of the show. But after watching the intro in English and in in subtitles. I've corrected myself there.
See the sad notes of the music.
Yeah.
See, something I've always said before is that with these headset on, I can't fucking hear any of the music.
Neither
I
do
don't even hear it right now. I just know it plays. I know when different tracks would play in One Piece. Remember, that's the guy who got hit last episode up on the top.
Uh-oh.
Because they're pirates. And Marines can't not fight pirates.
Luffy's got a good attitude about it.
Good correction.
I will learn.
Come on, Kobe was wearing Marine colors even before he joined the Marines. Well, I think we know her name was Alvida.
Thank you for reminding me.
Well, the subtitle said a different name.
Spy he is. Oh! Luffy took a good punch.
Well, because you know Luffy wouldn't even have felt that.
And now he's just guaranteed that kid a place in the Marines.
That's the point. It's the only way he could separate himself from the crew.
I'm trying to remember his name with the pink hair now.
Kobe.
Kobe, yeah.
Yeah, I
I
literally just
heard
said
he
a
was.
a moment ago.
I'm that bad with my memory.
Yeah, I
By
said
the
Kobe
time
was wearing Marine colors before he even joined the Marines.
yep.
So he's wearing blue and white, and the Marine uniform is blue and white.
Hopefully he gets over this self-loathing thing he's got going on.
僕を海軍に入れてください
Even his
先を
glasses
出
are
せなんだっ
blue.
て喜んでやります海兵になるためなら
中佐私は反対ですよ私はまだこの子を信用しきれません海賊が海軍のスパイになるという例もありますまずは君の素性を調べてみないことには
僕は海軍将校になる男です
So they're gonna meet Colby again.
海賊にやられた同士は数知れない
Once again, that would be spoilers.
じゃあ
I didn't expect
入
him to
隊
answer
を
me.
許可する
I thought she crumpled that up and she did it again.
大した猿芝居だった
And then
な
crumpled it up again.
あれじゃバレてもおかしくねえぞ
あとはコピーが自分で何とかするさ
Wait, is she stealing Luffy's ship?
まいい船出だ
No.
みんなに嫌われて
Well, remember, she sailed in on her own ship,
海
too.
賊らしい
そうだなルフィさんあありがとうございましたこのご恩は決して忘れません
海兵に感謝される海賊なんて聞いたことねえよ。
Technically, he's not even a recruit yet.
ルフィさん。
全員蹴れ。
いい友達を持ったな。
我々の今の敬礼は海軍軍法の規律を犯すものである。よって全員
Could
に
this
か
be
か
a
ん飯抜き
friendship
だ。
that lasts the
分かった
ages?
か。はっ
Or the arcs, as it were.
いつか
I don't even know if this is considered an
どこ
arc
か
in
で会いま
itself.
しょう、ルフィさん。たとえ海軍と海賊に分かれても、いつかきっと会いましょう。
Because, I mean, technically, right, we sailed to an island, we beat the big guy on the island, and then we sailed away.
俺はなる海賊王に。
It's sort of pirate of the week.
お前海賊王ってのに随分こだわりがあるみたいだが、何か訳でもあんのか。
いや、わけなんかない。ただ、
ただ
俺は誓ったんだ。ある男に。いつかすごい仲間を集めて、世界一の宝を見つけて、海賊王になるって。この麦わら帽子が知ってる。
I told you, it's his treasure. This is why it didn't make much sense that he let Elvita beat him in the head when he was wearing his hat.
よーし、行くぞ。グランドラインへ向かって出航だ。
It's like a samurai trope that a man wearing one of those wide conical straw hats gets a slit cut through it by an enemy swordsman.
I mean, I know the trope of having a slit in your hat. I don't know any origin point for that.
Maybe I was wrong.
Well, I mean, no, it's like the same guy that I imagine that you would be describing as also chewing on a piece of like wheat sticking out of their mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably also has some sort of like 9 o'clock or 5 o'clock shadow. It's the Ronin sort of trope.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it appears all over the place. I just don't know the origin of the cut in the hat part. Like, I wouldn't,
That could be
I
something
wouldn't,
you
I would just say
targeted.
that's like the trope of looking like a guy, the same way that chewing on a piece of wheat sticking out of your mouth isn't really something I would attribute to anything, right?
Right. It's more of a cultural indicator than something that people do.
You say so. Like I said, it's not something I've even actively thought about.
I guess this is where Luffy talks about his hat.
See? I don't know why. Sometimes the parts of these episodes just make me a little bit more emotional, but that could be because I'm already being emotional for other reasons. Maybe
I'm
just
sure it heightens the what you're already feeling. Yeah.
yeah, maybe it's just hitting me in the same spot, and it's a spot that doesn't get touched very often. So, any thoughts about this episode?
Well, it moved everything, the story further nicely at a good pace, and I got, it was good to be proven wrong about Luffy not being smart enough to say, "Hey, join me or die." You know, what else other choice you got?
Well, I mean, he didn't say it like "join me or die." It's more like
Well,
"join me
join me or
or
you're gonna die.
you'll be killed."
Yeah,
I mean, it's
it's a
a different
different.
feel,
Yeah, I should have said that better. You're right, but you knew what I meant.
right?
and let's see. The whole development that Colby is going to become a Marine is nice. Got to see that come to fruition. I hope he does well there. But otherwise, it was once again just a continuation of what had been going before, and it culminated in Luffy and Zoro as crewmen on the ship.
All right. Well,
So I'm assuming that we're either gonna meet more crew or meet somebody from Luffy's past in the next episode.
well, you already saw the preview for next
Yeah,
episode, so
so it's a fair guess.
well, I think the fact that you saw him as a child. Also, he started saying that this thing about his past, so I think he kind of
Well,
got that.
I think I know who he is, but I'm not gonna say it until I actually see it.
Literally said his name on screen.
I missed it.
It's the name of the next episode, which they also said on screen.
Well, now I feel stupid.
I might as well go ahead and say whatever your guess is, because I can at least confirm or deny if it was the name that was literally just said on
Well, I
screen.
don't remember the name, but he's Luffy's brother.
I'm gonna have to deny. I'm also going to have to say that you've probably seen a lot more of One Piece than you've let on.
Well, I think I learned that from an OVA, from like a music video that, and somebody who was watching it just said who it was. I don't know, maybe I did see far enough away to have
I mean, if you
learned that.
saw that far, you saw a long ways in. Not like long ways in a traditional anime respect, not long ways into a One Piece respect.
All right.
Like, I think you may have seen 10% of One Piece, if that's what you're saying. If it didn't come from an OVA, I mean. Alright, well, if that's all your thoughts about today's episode, then I think we should just go ahead and wrap up here. I have been Theta, this has been Arcloid,
Hello
and
and goodbye.
yep, catch you next time, everyone. Bye bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?